Hi, my name is John Guest, and I represent a ministry here at our church that we call Spread the Bread. First of all, just to give you a little bit of history, Spread the Bread was started by a group of our youth here at the church who had went on a mission trip to Philadelphia. They found a ministry that they really enjoyed, and that ministry was handing out sandwiches to some of the local homeless community. One of the things that was really key about that ministry is that they stressed relationships first. And I think that was pretty key when we began to form our group here at this church. You're going to hear from a few of our volunteers. Each one of them has a different perspective and a different way to look at homelessness and about volunteering here at Spread the Bread. What does a homeless person look like?
Wow. Homeless person looks like you and me.
Yeah, I think that's true.
It's, some of them have had jobs, got laid off, lost their jobs, ran into problems, alcoholism, drug abuse, they're just down on their luck. It could be me and you tomorrow.
Right.
So, this isn't something that can't hit any of us, and that's why I think we need to be out there and help. It could happen to me tomorrow.
Absolutely. And, have big families, some of them don't. It's very...
There's as many stories as there is people out there.
Yeah. What do you know about homeless, or do you know, what have you learned about homeless just by doing what we're doing here on Sundays?
Yeah, at first, me too, I didn't believe it because when I was back home, I see that U.S. send money and others to other countries like USA. But then I get to join the Spread of Bread. I saw that it's actually people sleep in a bush. So I was kind of, is it true that now people are so don't have a room or don't have a place to sleep, so they sleep in a bush and they don't have food to eat? So, it's good and very, very nice that if people go out to see these people, some people came out to be there not because of their choice, but it's because of maybe something happens. So they need comfort from other people.
Hey, this is here. Yeah, we live in the metropolitan area, but it is here. It's in our backyard.
When we get to the site, we set up our tables, lay out all the hot meals, cold meals, and meals to go. And once we prepared, we gather everybody in a large circle where we say a blessing. Now, what's interesting about this location is that we're right off the I-95 corridor, and it's in a place where you would normally not think that there's any homeless issue at all. Dear Lord, we thank you for all the very many blessings that we have for the food we're about to eat, for the hands that have prepared it, and for each and every one of the friends in this circle. You think it makes a difference, is what?
I think it does. I think more important than the food, it's the personal connections.
Okay.
For them to know that, we as a small church, we are very mission-based. We're out there for you, and we're going to be there every Sunday, no matter what. We have served food, in the pouring rain from the back of my car, and we're there every Sunday. It doesn't matter. We're consistent. We're there for you. And I think if they know that there are good people out there in this world, that, it helps them. And we've even had some of the friends that we serve come to our church and attend our church.
Yep. And some have actually joined, so.
Which is great, and have turned their life around so now they can come help with Spread the Bread,
Yep.
where before they were one of the receivers.
Do you think something like Spread the Bread can make a difference?
Oh, I know Spread the Bread can make a difference. I've seen it. I really believe that if we continue to do this, that we can make a bigger difference in the county.
Do you think that Spread the Bread makes a difference?
If I didn't, I wouldn't go out.
Do you think organizations like Spread the Bread, do you think they make a difference?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The people here, if you ask them, they're always very, very grateful and appreciative of what we do for them, and I think that's that's the testimony right there about how, you know, what important it is, the fact that they appreciate it and they appreciate us and the work that we do for them. And that's
Well, yeah, and I think the big thing is like we always talk about how kind of the food is secondary, but the relationships or the friendships that we make are kind of key. And I think that kind of goes along with how we've been so successful here too.
yeah, I think people feel appreciated. They feel like they are people. Our being here and helping them and serving means they're not forgotten. And I think, yeah, it's more than just nourishment for the body. It is, I think, for the soul.
Do you think what we're doing makes a difference?
You know, I want to say yes, John, and I hope so. It makes a difference in my life. I know going out there and talking to the men and women and sharing that time with them and giving them food and just talking to them about what are their needs and they're just listening to their stories. I think that just means a lot to me, and I'm hoping it means a lot to them.
No beans right there.
Coleslaw down the other end for topping after barbecue.
Got coleslaw at the very end. Got some more pasta, beans.
Will.
There's obviously a need in the community. I didn't know a lot about the extent of the need. I quickly learned that. I really enjoyed the actual contact, the personal contact with the guys and the women, and just it's giving back to the community. You know, I've been blessed so much with so much, and I just want to give it back.
But our involvement, the reason why we got involved so much was the fact that, first of all, in the Bible, Jesus says, feed my children. And that's just a direct thing, feed my children. And
Yep.
my wife and I both felt that was our obligation at the time, and also clothe our children, and we were able to do that also.
You know, I'm very passionate about this. I want to draw everyone I care about into it because I know that they will enjoy it too. And this is a great example of just speak out and invite someone, and
Sure.
it'll make a difference in their life, and it'll make a difference in the lives of the friends that we serve every Sunday.
If you could just tell me about why you come to Spread the Bread.
Well, I think life has to be more than about, you know, just making a living and taking care of your family. I mean, that's important, but there's a lot of people in the world that are in need, and I think it's important to contribute to them. And I think by doing so, you know, you contribute to yourself as well.
I get involved to spread the bread because the church is doing it, and I found it very, very good to help other people.
Our Spread the Bread ministry found a way to help their fellow men right here in their own backyard. We hope that you can find a way that you can make a difference for somebody in your own community. You know, there's a lot of different ways that people help. There's people help monetarily, they help coming out, they help by cooking meals, and I think it's trying to find a place for everybody to plug in where they feel comfortable.
Yeah. Well, there's enough need in this world. You don't have to do everything. You just have to find one thing to do. And if you can do that and help in whatever way you can, it's a contribution. And no one has to feel like they have to do everything.
Right.
Yeah.